There are places on Earth where it has never rained. In Chile's Atacama Desert, some weather stations have never recorded a single drop of rainfall. The region is so dry that scientists use it to test equipment designed for Mars missions. Life there survives only through fog and underground moisture. In some areas, the landscape hasn't changed in millions of years. Your brain generates enough electricity to power a small light bulb. Neurons communicate using electrical and chemical signals, constantly firing even when you're asleep. At any given moment, billions of neurons are active inside your brain. Together, this activity can produce about 20 watts of power. Every thought you have is powered by electricity. Some memories can be completely fabricated by the brain. Through suggestion or repetition, people can vividly remember events that never actually happened. Psychologists have demonstrated that false memories can feel just as real as true ones. The brain prioritizes coherence over accuracy. What feels real isn't always what actually occurred. There is a sound so loud it was heard around the world. In 1883, the eruption of Krakatoa produced the loudest sound ever recorded in human history. It was heard over 3,000 miles away. The shockwave circled the Earth multiple times. Some people nearby permanently lost their hearing. Time moves differently depending on where you are. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time passes slower at higher speeds and stronger gravity. Astronauts on the International Space Station age slightly slower than people on Earth. The difference is tiny, but measurable. Time is not as constant as it feels. Our body replaces most of its cells over time. Skin cells renew every few weeks, while red blood cells last around for months. Even your bones are constantly breaking down and rebuilding themselves. In several years, much of your body will be made of new cells. You are never exactly the same person twice. Some animals can sense earthquakes before they happen. Certain species show unusual behavior hours, or even days before seismic events. Scientists believe they may detect vibrations, or changes in electromagnetic fields. While the mechanism isn't fully understood, the pattern is consistent. Nature often senses danger before humans do. The universe has no clear center. Every point in space appears to be expanding away from every other point. This means the Big Bang didn't happen at a single location in space. Instead, it happened everywhere at once. Our intuition struggles to understand this. Your sense of time slows down in moments of fear. During dangerous situations, the brain releases chemicals that speed up perception. This makes events feel longer than they actually are. It's a survival mechanism designed to improve reaction time. Fear can stretch time itself. There may be more universes beyond our own. Some theories in physics suggest the existence of a multiverse. Each universe could have different physical laws. While there is no direct evidence yet, the idea is taken seriously by scientists. Reality may be far larger than we can observe. There are more possible games of chess than atoms in the observable universe. This number is known as the Shannon number. It estimates the total number of unique chess games at around 10 to the power of 120. Scientists estimate there are only about 10 to the power of 80 atoms in the universe. This means no two chess games are ever likely to be exactly the same. Your brain can't actually multitask the way you think it does. Instead of doing several things at once, it rapidly switches between tasks. This constant switching makes the brain slower and more prone to mistakes. Over time, multitasking can increase stress and reduce focus. What feels like efficiency is often just mental overload. There are more possible games of chess than atoms in the observable universe. This number is known as the Shannon number. It estimates the total number of unique chess games at around 10 to the power of 120. Scientists estimate there are only about 10 to the power of 80 atoms in the universe. This means no two chess games are ever likely to be exactly the same. Your brain can't actually multitask the way you think it does. Instead of doing several things at once, it rapidly switches between tasks. This constant switching makes the brain slower and more prone to mistakes. Over time, multitasking can increase stress and reduce focus. What feels like efficiency is often just mental overload. Here is a species of ant that farms other insects. Leafcutter ants grow fungus as a primary food source. They carefully protect and maintain their fungal gardens. This form of agriculture existed millions of years before humans. Ants were farming long before we were. Your body has a built-in clock that can drift without sunlight. When isolated from natural light, sleep cycles slowly shift later each day. This internal rhythm is called the circadian clock. Sunlight resets it every morning. Without the sun, time begins to blur. Some stars you see in the night sky no longer exist. Because light takes time to travel, we see stars as they were in the past. Some burned out millions of years ago. Their light is still reaching Earth. The sky is full of ancient ghosts. Your sense of touch is closely linked to emotion. Physical contact can lower stress and reduce pain. This happens because touch releases oxytocin in the brain. It strengthens social bonds and feelings of safety. The body responds to kindness physically. There are sounds below the range of human hearing that affect us anyway. Low-frequency infrasound is produced by storms, earthquakes, and even wind. Although we can't hear it, the body can react to it. It may cause anxiety or unease. Sometimes fear has no obvious source.
There are entire ecosystems living deep underground. Far below the surface, microbes survive without sunlight or oxygen. They feed on chemical energy from rocks instead of plants. Some of these organisms may have existed for billions of years. Life doesn't always need light to survive. Your eyes see everything upside down at first. Light hits the retina inverted. Your brain constantly flips the image without you noticing. You don't experience the world as it truly appears. Perception is a mental reconstruction. Some people can hear their own eyes move. In extremely quiet environments, eye movements can produce faint sounds. Not everyone is sensitive enough to notice it. The brain usually filters these noises out. Silence reveals strange details. There are clouds that glow at night. They are called noctilucent clouds. They form extremely high in the atmosphere. Sunlight reflects off them long after sunset. They look like something from another world. Your heartbeat subtly affects how you see the world. Objects appear slightly different depending on your pulse. The brain times perception between heartbeats. This reduces motion blur. You see more than your eyes alone. Some metals explode when they touch water. Elements like sodium and potassium react violently with moisture. The reaction releases heat and hydrogen gas. In controlled conditions, this reaction is carefully studied. Chemistry can be dangerous and beautiful. Your brain burns a huge amount of energy. Although it makes up only about 2% of your body weight, it uses roughly 20% of your total energy. Even at rest, your mind is working. Thinking is physically expensive. There are sounds in space, just not the way you imagine. Space is mostly silent, but plasma waves can be converted into sound. Scientists translate these vibrations into audio frequencies. What we hear is a representation, not real sound. Space has its own strange voice. Your fingerprints aren't the only unique patterns you have. Your tongue print is just as unique. The shape, texture, and movement patterns differ from person to person. It's even harder to fake than fingerprints. Your body has multiple signatures. Some plants can communicate with each other. When attacked by insects, they release chemical signals. Nearby plants detect these chemicals and prepare defenses. This silent communication helps them survive. Plants are more aware than they seem. Your sense of smell is directly linked to memory. Smell bypasses many brain filters. It connects straight to emotional memory centers. That's why a single scent can trigger vivid memories. The past can return in an instant. There are rivers flowing beneath the ocean. Differences in salinity and temperature create underwater currents. They behave like rivers with banks and waves. Some even have waterfalls. The ocean has hidden landscapes. Your brain can feel pain that doesn't exist. Phantom limb pain affects people who have lost limbs. The brain still sends signals to a body part that's gone. Pain doesn't always come from injury. Sometimes it comes from expectation. Some birds can sleep while flying. They shut down half of their brain at a time. The other half stays alert. This allows them to fly for days without landing. Sleep is more flexible than we think. There are bacteria that can survive in space. Some microorganisms can endure extreme radiation and vacuum. Experiments show they can survive outside Earth for short periods. Life is tougher than expected. It may exist beyond our planet. Your voice sounds different to others than it does to you. You hear your voice through vibrations in your skull. Others hear it only through the air. This is why recordings sound strange to you. You've never heard your real voice. There are places where fire can burn underwater. Natural gas leaks can ignite beneath the surface. The flames continue as long as fuel escapes. Water doesn't always stop fire. Nature breaks its own rules. Your brain edits out your nose constantly. It's always in your field of vision. The brain chooses to ignore it. You only notice it when you focus. Reality is filtered. Some animals can see colors we can't imagine. They detect ultraviolet light. This reveals patterns invisible to humans. The world looks very different to them. Our vision is limited. The universe is expanding faster over time. Not only is space expanding, but the rate is increasing. This acceleration is attributed to dark energy. We don't fully understand it. The universe is running away from us. Our brain can experience time differently during boredom. When nothing stimulating happens, the brain records fewer memories. Later, this makes the time period feel longer in retrospect. In the moment it feels slow, and afterward it feels stretched. Time is partly built by memory. Some humans can echolocate like bats. By making clicking sounds with their mouth, they interpret echoes. This allows them to sense objects and spaces around them. The brain can adapt to replace missing senses. Perception is flexible. There are crystals that can grow in perfect shapes naturally. Some minerals form geometric structures with precise angles. They grow this way because of atomic-level organization. Nature follows mathematical rules. Beauty can be precise. Your body reacts to imagined experiences. Thinking about fear can increase your heart rate. Imagining food can trigger saliva. The brain responds to thoughts as if they were real. Imagination has physical effects. Some animals can pause their development completely. Tardigrades enter a state called cryptobiosis. Their metabolism nearly stops. They can survive extreme heat, cold, and radiation. Life can wait. Your eyes make rapid movements you never notice. These are called saccades. They happen several times per second. Your brain edits them out. Vision is a stitched-together illusion. There are colors humans cannot see. Some animals perceive ultraviolet and infrared ranges. These colors reveal hidden patterns in nature. Our visual world is incomplete. Reality has layers. Your posture influences how confident you feel. Standing upright can increase feelings of confidence. Body language sends signals to the brain. The mind listens to the body. Emotion flows both ways. Some sounds can make you feel uneasy for no clear reason. Low-frequency noises can cause discomfort or anxiety. You might not consciously hear them. The body reacts anyway. Fear doesn't always need a cause. Your brain compresses familiar experiences. Repeated actions require less conscious processing. This makes time seem to pass faster. Routine shortens perception. Novelty stretches it. There are bacteria that eat plastic. Certain microbes can break down synthetic materials. Scientists study them to reduce pollution. Nature adapts quickly. Even plastic isn't permanent. Your sense of balance relies on tiny crystals in your ears. They shift as you move. Your brain interprets their motion. Without them, standing would be difficult. Balance is fragile. Some people see colors when they hear sounds. This condition is called synesthesia. Different senses blend together. It's not imagination. The brain can cross wires. Your brain fills in blind spots constantly. Each eye has an area with no vision. You never notice it. The brain guesses what should be there. Perception hides its flaws. Some animals can regenerate entire body parts. Starfish can regrow arms. Some species can regrow organs. This ability is being studied for medicine. The body can rebuild itself. Your heartbeat influences your emotions. Heart rhythm affects stress and calm. Slow breathing can regulate it. The body can calm the mind. Control flows both ways. There are rocks that move on their own. In Death Valley, stones slide across the ground. Wind and ice cause the movement. For years, it was a mystery.